Good day, guys. It's your one and only Beast like 72, as you all know me, your mentor. If you didn't subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for you to be notified whenever I drop the next hot one. So on the previous video, we were talking about gold and Nasdaq, and I was not the one analyzing Nasdaq, but I was the one analyzing gold. And I said to you 3 months ago, I will be looking for those buys on Nasdaq. And trust me, when I say those buys did take place, the question is, did you take them? And obviously, this is not a financial advice, but did you take them? If it's a no, then it's a no. But if it's a yes, then it's a yes. So obviously, on this video, as you can currently see, the analysis is not there, but it doesn't mean the entry is not there also. So if you can go back for you to see that I'm actually transparent with you and I'm real with you. The video was released on the 9th of April, you understand? And if I go to the chart to check the entry that took place here, we can actually see that this same thing that you're looking at, it will be the same thing that you will be seeing on the previous video. If you didn't watch the previous video, make sure you go check that previous video, and you can see that the market simply did come to my entry zone, and obviously the buys were supposed to be taken, and then the buys were taken to that high there. Cool. I'll check on my phone if they are actually screenshots, and if they are, I'll just put them on the video. But if they are not, then I don't know. I think they're on my Instagram. And guys, if you don't see me posting, please just go to my channel, go click the link for my Instagram and check my Instagram, because I always post there daily. You understand? Monday to Friday, there's always some updates with my trades, or go to my highlights if that's the case. But today we're not talking about those things. I've been gone for too long, and I'm sorry for that. And as I just said, now guys, let's subscribe to the channel. Let's keep the views, let's keep the subscribers increasing, you understand? And one thing I've noticed, guys, me being gone for only 3 months, I've kept on seeing people actually watching the videos. And for those of you who kept on going back, looking at those videos, watching the videos, I truly appreciate, you understand? So I'll be strictly talking about gold here, you understand? It will strictly be about gold. And mind you, today it's Saturday, right? What I'm showing you, it will be something that will be happening the next following week. So today's date is what? I'm not sure, you understand? I think it's the 11th. So it's Sunday is 12, Monday it's 13, from the 13th of July, understand, if I'm correct with the dates. So the strategy is very simple. This is my own strategy. I'm the founder of the Xauusd strategy. So you have to listen to me, you understand? So in this case, you only deal with market structure. It's purely on market structure. You just need to understand if the market structure is going up or if the market structure is going down, you understand? This is just a bullish trend. We've all been taught about bullish, and then we also have what we call a bearish trend. You understand? These are things that you need to understand. You need to understand these two things on the high time frame. On the high time frame, am I bullish or I am bearish? You understand? So based on what I'm seeing here on gold, I'm actually seeing that I'm being bullish. You understand? So me being bullish, it means what? It means I have to start looking for what? I have to start looking for sales. But also, you need to make sure that if you bullish, you always need to respect what? You always need to respect the lows, you understand? But once we start breaking the lows, it means now we actually having signs of what? A reversal. Meaning that reversal is from bullish to what? To bearish. We're going up, but after all, we will be going down, you understand? So what I'm seeing on gold, it's something that has to do with reversal, you understand? We are no longer bullish on what I'm currently seeing. I will explain why. Just stay tuned, you understand? I'm not saying buyers are not supposed to be there, but I'm saying the overall direction is bearish. We are reversing. You have to wait for that reversal, you understand? So one thing that we actually need to look at, you always need to see the structure. What do you mean, Beast-like, when you're talking about the structure? I always mean you have to notice on the highest time frame what the structure is all about. So I'm on the weekly, of course. And what I'm actually seeing on the weekly, I'll be seeing this high here, you understand? And then I'll just be looking at this low here. And then I'll be looking at this high here, you understand? And also what I'm currently looking at here, I'll be looking at this point as a high. Obviously, I repeat, a low and then a high. And if you can check this candle here, we were going down to this point here, you understand? So in this area, what am I doing? I'll simply connect my Fibonacci, and I'm seeing that, okay, fine, the market once did come to my what? To my golden zone. Around when? Around the 2nd of February this year, you understand? So it means that I once got an entry there, you understand, for my buys. And then what did the market do? Obviously it did buy, you understand? I remember I once talked about this entry, and I once took it on the previous video. If you didn't watch, you can still go back and watch, understand? And then yes, obviously we were looking for those buys. We were supposed to go break that point, but the market just turned there and then we went down. So it means that the low that was supposed to be respected, it was not respected anymore. Which low am I talking about? I'm talking about this last low, which the market gave us as an entry. This was not respected. We were supposed to respect that. What do I mean respect? For those of you that don't understand, we were supposed to play above it and then continue going up, but we never did that. Instead, what did we do? We just came, broke it, and created what? We created a new low here. Let me just mark it. We created a new low. And then what is happening now? We created that high there. What is happening now? We created that new low. So what are you actually looking at here, guys? You're looking at something like this. You're looking at this high, this low, this high, this low, this high, this low, this high, this low. So you can actually see that we were... Yeah, guys, so sorry for that. Something happened. It was not on my side. I don't know what was happening with the whole system that's recording. So yeah, as you can see on the weekly, we've seen that, okay, fine, we are actually looking at what we call like a reversal. So we are done on the weekly. We're now going on the what? On the daily. So as you can see on the daily, guys, we've been looking for what? We've been looking for the buys on this end, and you can see that the market went up to that point there, and then from that point it went down to this point here. So it broke this, you understand, created this, and then as you can see, it broke this also, you understand, and then it created this low here. But now, obviously, if you can check from this high here to this low here, you can see that the market once came to that area there. So I'll mark this area there. Let me just mark this area there. The market came into this area, just change the color to like blue. And then its low, it's this one here. And then the market broke this low, creating which one? Creating this low here. And then if we decide to take our golden zone from this high there to this low here, we can see that the market never came to retest on our golden zone. So we didn't get the entry for this bearish trend that we've been looking at here. So I'll just take this because we failed here, you understand? And then obviously what I will do, I'll mark this low because this was broken, creating this low here. Change the color to blue. And then obviously from this point here to this point here, we can actually see that we didn't get our entry again, you understand? So it means now I'll also mark this high here, and then I'll change the color to red, you understand? So let me just delete this one there. Let me change this to red. Yeah, thank you. So now what we actually looking at, we actually looking at a pure beautiful bearish trend, you understand? It's exactly like what I said in the beginning of this video, you understand, that we're actually looking for a reversal. And trust me, this reversal took place, as you can all see. But now the problem is we forgot two places where the market didn't come and gave us entries, you understand? And based on what we see overall, we are now what? Bearish. So we're still looking for those sells, you understand? But because of, you can't wait for like 2-3 months for you to get the market to your sell zone, we actually need to look for any potential buys that we can get to the highest point, you understand, to that sell area where you actually looking for those sells, so you can be able to take those sells. So now we are looking at this last low here. This was our first low, second low, third low, you understand? So we actually now focusing on this part here. So some would be actually looking for us to do this so we can get an entry. Most will be saying, okay, fine, we're actually doing this, you understand? But for me, I don't motivate that and I don't support that, because why? We actually said to you, if you go to the 1 week again, you will see that this thing here, guys, it's just a what? It's just a straight line. We need another straight line, you understand? we need another straight line, and then we need another straight line. So in conclusion, what I'm saying is we actually need to look for buys, understand? We actually need to look for buys, understand? The market can come to your golden zone in this point here. Let me just do this. The market can come to your golden zone there and then maybe give you those sells, but we're still going to go up because we need that one straight line on the weekly, understand? It's simply like impulse correction. So we actually need the impulse for buys, you understand, to go up. So if you can look at this now, we can actually look at this low here, and then we can actually now go to the 4 hours so we can find something proper for us to use. Exactly my point. So we can actually look at this low here, which was our last low, and we can look at this as our high there, which was taken out, and then we can look at this as our high, and then we can look at this as our high. So what you're looking at here, you're looking at a beautiful high here. Let me just fix this. You're looking at a beautiful high, you're looking at a beautiful high, you're looking at the beautiful last high. And if as you can see here, we also broke this internal high here. We broke this high, created this high. So I was supposed to do this, you understand? I was supposed to do this, but I can see that the market never gave me any entry here. So obviously the market at some point has to feel some imbalance, you understand? And then obviously I'm still maintaining this point, I'm still maintaining that high there. And what do you understand? You see the market coming to our entry. So the imbalance has been filled, obviously. So now what are we actually looking at? It's simple. We're actually looking at those buys. What else is there? What else should I tell you about? There's nothing that I can say. That was simple. That was easy. You feel me? Like, that was simple, you understand? I did take the buys. I'll put the things on my screen. I did take the buys, obviously. So yeah, man, we're still waiting for the market to continue buying. So obviously we'll wait for the market to break this. So once the market breaks this point there, we will look for a reversal also, you understand? But overall, trust me when I say we're still looking for the buys. So where will the buys end? Yo guys, the last point which the market respected was this point here. Let me just go to the daily. Obviously I said we didn't get 2 points where the market didn't give us our entry for the bearish trend, you understand? We missed this sells, you understand? We missed those sells. So in this instance, what am I supposed to do? I'll still maintain this point here, and then I'll maintain this low here. Yeah, so what I'm looking for, I'll be looking for those buys to that point, and then I'll start now dropping. And if I go to the weekly, let's see if we have that straight line. Yeah, we actually do. So we will be looking for that straight line to that point there, and I'll be looking for the market to come down. There's nothing extra that I can actually say here, you understand? There's nothing. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to sugarcoat things. I don't want to preach about things that are actually not there already. What I preached about, it's something that's already there. So in this end, what you will be looking for, guys, you will actually looking for a point whereby the market needs to give you an entry. So obviously this high was taken out here, and then this new high was created. So we will just be waiting for those for these high to be taken out, and for the market to retest wherever it retests and then push. So the buys can still be there. So yeah, man, just make sure you look for buys. Whatever you do, make sure you look for buys on gold. Never say B-Slack didn't tell me, you understand? I'm currently on those buys as we speak. So yeah, man, this is it from me. I didn't want to waste much of your time, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have any questions, go click the link on my channel. It will take you to my WhatsApp, it will take you to my Instagram, it will take you to my TikTok. You know, there's any platform that you can actually reach. There's any that English, yeah, but yeah, the links are there for you to reach me. Yeah. Shout out to everyone who watched the video till the end. God bless you. Nice.